Today we're going to be talking about treating your bow stands and your rifle blinds as if they were a loaded weapon. And what I mean by treating them like they were a loaded weapon, we all know the age-old rule is you never aim a firearm or a weapon of any sort, or loaded or unloaded, at something that you don't have intentions to kill. We all know that. We all practice that. We all teach that with the kids and everything. But what we, in reference to that as the blinds, where I'm going with this is, what I see a lot of is folks this time of the year wanting to get out into their hunting setups, their bow stands or their rifle blinds, and be able to view deer. They want to be out there in that, and they want to take a survey of what's coming in, what time they're coming in, and a lot of it is this time of the year we're just getting cagey, getting ready for the upcoming season. And the only thing that I can connect that with is to make that loud and clear, is to treat that as you would a loaded weapon. In other words, do not go into those tree stands or those blinds unless you have the intention to hunt, unless you have the intention to kill. And the reason I say that is one wrong wind, one wrong entrance, exit, something cuts your boot trail on the way in, and a lot of this is actually done when you don't even know it's being done. It's being done in the season when you do it, especially can be done in the early season. And when you're managing for these higher age class deer, it can be huge. It can be detrimental to your property. So you've worked all year to get to this point. I highly urge you to not go and sit in these stands or these rifle blinds, even though these rifle blinds might be off the beaten path and off the food plots like we always try to push. If that you think that you can get in and out of those undetected, there's absolutely no reason to be in there and laying that scent down, making those noises until it's go time, until such as here, where we're at right here in Michigan. It's October 1st, so my feeling is pretty strong on that. No reason to be in there pushing that envelope and getting busted and prolonging, worst case, ruining your success opportunities going into the fall. So keep that in mind. Some areas here in Michigan, not nearly as much as maybe Wisconsin, southwest Wisconsin. Had a farm down there and ran hunts on that for a couple of years. And down in Illinois and even the western states, you are able to view and you're able to scout from a distance because of the lay of the land, because of the hills. Some places here in Michigan we can do that, not as predominant as you can in some of the other states. So what I find is it happens more here in Michigan than it happens anywhere in the country. So take that into consideration and just lay back, get your preparations done, let your cameras do the work out in the field for you. And if you don't have cameras, then have all your licking branches, your water tanks, everything should be set in place already, and just use that sign. Use it as checking on it once or once every 2 weeks or once every week, like you would be pulling a camera. Least invasive during the the hours from 11 o'clock to 2. Get in there and do your stuff and get out, and be ready for the upcoming season. What I don't want to get a lot of phone calls this year and saying that my early season, that first week of season, is damaged and I don't know why. And the first thing I always ask is, have you been busted in the stand? And they're like, well, I was in the tree stand with my rifle blind during the youth hunt, and I had immature bucks coming out in the field or whatever it was, and we hooting and hollering to try to get them off the food plot, and we don't want them younger bucks there, so we were yelling at them and trying to get them out of there. And the continuation of you in the stand, you getting busted, the youth hunt pressure, and then going as far as one of my clients there were talking about chasing deer off the food plots. All that put together is what creates the like we said, that high pressure, that's what creates an October lull. So stay out of those tree stands, stay out of those blinds, out of those ground blinds, out of those rifle blinds, off the farms, and I think you'll be pretty impressed on how that last key of non-pressure can help you going into the early season. Thanks, guys.